My name is Duke Ferris, and I never really grew up. I play video games for a living. I drive a silly car. I brew beer. I like to eat, and I like to drink. I'm a big nerd, so in order to impress girls, I learned how to cook. Hello there, mostly human viewers of YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Badass Cooking, or as I like to call it, My Nerdy Cooking Show. I think it was Tina Turner when she does Big Wheel, Keep on Turning, the Rolling on the River, whatever that song's called. She starts off, she has a whole shtick where she is going to do it nice and smooth, but then it's going to get rough at the end. We're kind of doing that with today's dish, teriyaki salmon on the grill. There's going to be the real easy version, and then for those of you who want to, branch out and be a little bit more impressive, we're going to make our own teriyaki sauce. So, for those of you going the easy route, go buy a bottle of teriyaki sauce. Boom, you're done. You can skip ahead like 2 minutes now. We recommend, my cameraman, that guy over there, he recommends Soy Vey, which my mother-in-law also likes, so must be good stuff. The rest of us start off with a piece of salmon. We need some vinegar, some soy sauce, some brown sugar, which is over there, and some ginger. It's pretty easy, actually. This is my mother's recipe. We're going to make it just like she does. She's made this for, well, ever since I was a kid, and she makes it all herself. So start off, some soy sauce. Don't worry about the numbers. All the numbers will be over there to the left in the comments. Speaking of which, thank you all for your comments. I did clean my stove. Let's see. My mom likes to use this pickled ginger like you get when you get sushi. So we're going to use hers. I like to keep some fresh ginger in this freezer. You can grate it up. It's really easy. It lasts pretty much forever. Whatever you do, don't use powdered ginger. If you're going to use powdered ginger, just go out and buy a bottle of soy sauce. Teriyaki sauce, rather. I had a housemate a long time ago. She was a terrible cook. And it's because she would substitute ridiculous things. She would say, well, I didn't have any brown sugar, so I replaced it with grated carrots. And of course, the dish would come out terribly. So there are a couple things we can substitute here. You could substitute the fresh ginger for the grated. If you don't have red wine vinegar, which is my mom's recipe, you could use just regular old vinegar from the store. Some rice wine vinegar would be real nice. Don't use balsamic vinegar, though. That'd be terrible. So, a little bit of that red wine vinegar. My mom takes this stuff and she chops it up real fine. A little bit of salt. And a couple spoonfuls brown sugar. And then since we're going to grill this, we add a little bit of oil to help the fish not stick to the grill. And that's it. That's all teriyaki sauce is. It's pretty easy stuff. I like to marinate in a Ziploc bag because the stuff just gets all over it. Make sure and get all those gloopy bits out of the bottom. And there you go. Put it in the fridge for at least an hour. If you're going to a barbecue, this is an awesome thing to show up with, much more impressive than just showing up with a packet of hot dogs. Hey, all right, we're out here at the grill, and I happen to have today's badass ingredient, one of these chimneys. They're like 10 bucks at the hardware store. Pick one up because lighter fluid tastes like ass. And with just a couple sheets of newspaper, you can start all your coals with this thing. All right, cool. Our coals are nice and hot. So we're going to grill this sucker up. You want to start with the skin side down. Let's save some of this marinade in this pan because it's going to be delicious. We're going to let that go for probably about 3 minutes, and then we're going to flip it. Alright, now we flip it, and you can see the skin just comes off like that. You don't want to cook salmon too much. Overcooked salmon's no good. And then if you scrape this stuff off, and just let it fall on the coals, you're going to get rid of... Some people really like the fishy taste of salmon, and if you do, leave this stuff on. But if you don't like that fishy taste, scrape this off, and your salmon's going to be absolutely delicious. Alright, since we scraped some of that off, let's get some of our delicious either homemade or store-bought teriyaki back in there. Lots of nice flavor, and all the little cracks in the flesh. And don't worry about it dripping onto the coals, because all that smoke's just going to make it taste that much better. Alright, it's been about 3 more minutes and we're ready to get it off. And beauty thing about salmon, it's not chicken, so we can actually, you can eat salmon raw, so we can just put it right back in our marinade and take it into the kitchen. Alright, and there we have it, delicious teriyaki salmon, my mom's recipe. I've eaten my whole life. She makes this just about every time I come to visit. You can see this piece here is just cooked through, which is perfect for most people. I happen to like mine just a little more raw on the inside, basically a seared salmon, so you can see the thicker piece came out a little more seared. And that's it.